Max loved to draw. He drew pictures everywhere. He drew on paper. He drew on walls. One day, Max's mother gave him a present. It was a new paintbrush. The paintbrush was blue and shiny. "Thank you," said Max. He was so happy. Max dipped the brush in red paint. He wanted to paint a big red apple. Max closed his eyes and made a wish. He wished his apple was real. Max opened his eyes. He gasped. There was a real apple on his paper. Max touched the apple. It felt smooth and cool. Max knew his brush was magic. He couldn't wait to paint more. Max took his brush outside. He wanted to paint in the forest. The forest was green and shady. Birds sang in the trees. Squirrels chattered and played. Max found a nice spot under a big oak tree. He dipped his brush in brown paint. He painted a tall, strong tree trunk. Max smiled. He knew this tree would be special. He could feel the magic in his brush. Max painted green leaves on the tree. He painted branches reaching for the sky. Soon the tree was finished. It looked so real. Suddenly, Max heard a voice. "Well, hello there," the voice said. Max was surprised. He looked around. "Who's there?" he asked. The voice chuckled. "It's me, the tree you just painted," it said. Max couldn't believe his ears. His tree was talking. Max's tree had a kind voice. It sounded like the wind rustling through leaves. Max wasn't scared, he was excited. Section 4. The Talking Trees. More voices came from the forest. "Welcome, welcome," they said. Max realized that all the trees were talking. They rustled their leaves and swayed their branches. "We haven't seen a paintbrush in ages." One tree creaked. "Especially one as magical as yours," another tree whispered. Max felt very special. A tall pine tree with needles like pins sighed. "We need your help, little painter," it said. "Our river is drying up. Without water, we cannot live." Max looked worried. He loved the forest and its talking trees. He wanted to help. Section 5. The Waterfall. Max thought hard. What could he do? He looked at his magic paintbrush. An idea sparkled in his mind. Max dipped his brush in blue paint. He painted a sparkling waterfall. The waterfall poured from a high cliff. It tumbled down into the riverbed. The trees gasped in amazement. Max held his breath. The painting glowed. Then, with a rush, water splashed out. The waterfall was real. The riverbed filled with fresh flowing water. The trees cheered. They swayed and danced in the sunlight. Section 6. Max and the Forest. The forest was saved. The trees were so happy. They thanked Max again and again. The river gurgled happily. It was full of life again. Max visited the forest every day. He played with his new tree friends. He listened to their stories. They told him secrets of the woods. Max learned that even a little boy can make a difference. He learned about the power of kindness and creativity. And he knew, deep in his heart, that the magic of the forest would always be with him.